Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Sunnyside Journals. I'm Catherine. What's on my desk? A mess. It's really, um, yeah, it's a mess. I keep coming up here, doing a little bit, running back downstairs, coming back up, trying to do a little bit. Yeah, it's just been just one of those couple of days, having a little sick friend who's doing better. Don't get me wrong, she's doing better. I have to take her into for a little checkup this morning with the vet. But I'm sure we're going to hear that the vet is happy with how she's doing. Hold on, I'm just sorting through some things here. So I have to take her in and yeah, I mean, that's just been time consuming just there because, as I explained earlier, what happens with pancreatitis is the pancreas has sent out too many pancreatic enzymes which inflame your entire abdomen. And it's extremely painful because the enzymes are there to help you digest your food. And when too many are sent out, it just starts digesting other things, causing inflammation. So, and that's what causes the pain, and that's what can ultimately lead to organ failure. So, in order to get the pancreas to calm down, because it's thinking, oh yeah, I got to send out these enzymes. So what you got to do to calm it down is lots of tiny little meals, so that only a little bit, the pancreas thinks, oh, food's coming, here comes some enzymes because the food's coming. So it has to be a little meal so that pancreas will go, oh, this is just a little meal. I'm just going to send a little bit of enzymes, and that allows the whole little system to calm down. And of course, the little meals means having to feed my little friend, every 2 hours. It's like having a newborn in the house, a furry newborn. And it's done its job. Grateful for that. But now I have a little friend who thinks she should continue having meals every 2 hours. And you know what? I'd like that too if I could. But when you start feeling better, you got to get back onto your regular feeding schedule. Unfortunately, sometimes I do have to give her food because she's on an antibiotic, and she's also on an anti-inflammatory. So, and of course, I had one dog that would just eat anything. I could just put it in my hand and down it goes. But this little diva, and I don't blame her, yeah, you're going to wrap that pill in some food, right? I wish someone would wrap my pills in food. Mind you, it's not what I need. So it's been so long since I turned on my camera. I do have the text block put in for Lippincotts, and it really turned out nice. I'm so happy with it. I've put a tiny little dainty bit of lace here and at the bottom, right there. You'll notice I also put in a permanent bookmark. I may trim that up yet. I'm trying to think of a way that maybe I would, I just love this. I've got this tassel, and I'm thinking I might put the tassel at the bottom of that permanent ribbon. I think that would look very pretty, but I'll tackle that near the end. So, yeah, it's turning out to be quite an elegant book. It seems to be ladies like fashionable things, and maybe a little touch of sewing notions. I haven't gotten to that yet, but I'm trying to decide which. I'm going to put in an extra buttons envelope, and I think I want this one. else was I going to put in? Oh, I wanted to put in, I have this, and I think that that would make some kind of cute, I'm not sure whether I want to put just a journaling spot onto it as is, or whether I want to make this into a little notepad and, you know, have the papers under there, and then that closes down over it. Do you know what I mean? So I'm leaving that out so I can look at it and think about it. I've got this little window thing as well. It was sewing needles. And I'm trying to decide what I might want to do with that. Now, I had this hanging out here because I chose the page I want to put it on. Where's my rock? There we go. Where's my other rock? There we go. So I made just a tuck spot. I wanted it to have a little bit of sewing. So again, this is one of my little secrets, is if you want to add some sewing, but you've already put your text block into your cover, so you can't, it's very hard to run a book through your sewing machine. You can sew the piece that you want and then put it in, and it'll give the illusion of sewing. I've actually done it back here. I did it here because I wanted to add sort of a, it's a sort of a tip of the hat to Mrs. Coggs. I wanted a little envelope, a little tilted envelope with some zigzag sewing, but I wanted to leave this side smooth and leave myself some options here. So that's why I sewed the envelope, but then I glued it on. So it has the illusion of being sewed on. And it, as well, it is a tuck spot in behind. So I love the way those work. And I got this idea from Mrs. Coggs. Oh, now I've lost my page that I wanted. Oh, there it is. All right, so let's put this down. This is going to become a tuck spot. I'm going to glue it down, and we'll be able to put things behind it. So I'm going to, oh, ladies, I need you to move, ladies. You can go over there. I want to figure out where these attractive ladies are going to go. I remember going to pick out patterns with my mom. She sewed a lot of outfits for me when I was growing up. And I remember at first being disappointed when I didn't completely look like the ladies on the envelope. How come I wasn't suddenly tall and really unusually slender? It took a while to get used to that my outfit was going to be in the spirit of that drawing and not necessarily identical to that drawing. And that ended up helping me in life when I became a hairdresser, and ladies would bring in a photo, which us hairdressers like. It's good when you bring a photo to your hairdresser. And then we would talk about, now, what is it about this hairstyle that you like? And, you know, tell me about your routine, your hair routine, because there is no point them coming in and wanting a really high maintenance hairstyle when they have absolutely no intention of doing, you know, the blowout and the roller sets and the ironing or whatever else is involved in maintaining and creating that look every single day. So, you know, then I was able to say to them, let's do your version of this hairstyle. It will be in the spirit of this hairstyle, but it will be more suitable to your lifestyle. And it usually worked from there, because, you know, unless you actually do look like whoever the photo is of the hair you want. It's going to always disappoint. So let's put this here. And that way, we have a nice tuck spot. There's little Handel's Messiah back there. That's usually my go-to music for when I just need bass music for little details here and there. I want to just make sure that it is glued down underneath so that this little tuck spot, you know what, I wouldn't mind giving it a bit. The only thing holding this down is the thread. So I wouldn't mind giving it a little bit of glue under there. Just as a little extra insurance that it's going to hold and not be floppy. There we go. I like that. I love when colors for when you're viewing a spread, that when all the colors complement each other. For example, with this spread, what I love about it is I love the creamy color of both sheets of paper. I love that this is sort of black and gold, and that you can see the edging here. The book is sort of a gold mustard color with black, and this black brocade, which is on the page here, is peeking out from in behind. And then this playing card has a black and gold edge on it with a black background inside this little I don't know, display case, and then the little gold flowers and the gold urn, and then the thread here is gold. I just love that that whole spread is just one little vignette, and everything for me is pleasing to the eye. There's another one back here that I just love how it turned out. Oh, I did an interesting thing. Hold on, before we go to that other one, this spread, while it's on my mind, I did an interesting thing. I usually sew my signatures with off-white thread. I don't like it pure white. Hold on, let's open this up and see. You can see it right there. It's sort of an off-white, creamy, antique white color. Because usually the bulk of my pages that I enjoy working with are off-white. They're tea-dyed. And but I knew that I was putting this spread in, this signature, in the center of it. And so that one signature I sewed with black thread so that the off-white thread wouldn't detract from this nice blank slate of black for the new owner, for whatever it is that they're going to put in this spread. I'm not going to touch this spread. This is for the new owner to enjoy. Now I have put this back here. I just think she's so pretty in her ball gown with she's looking adoringly at that gentleman. And what I love about it is the half page that's right here is one of the color plates from the original text block. And if I turn it over, you'll see all the colors match. And that was just serendipitous. I love how that worked out. I actually had her in place. I loved how the aqua, that sort of turquoise aqua color popped against this black. And so I thought, oh, I'm putting you right there. Because I had to play a little bit with this black, but I didn't want to presume that this is mine. But then when I was done and I'm looking at her and enjoying her, I flipped that over and oh my goodness, look at that. The blue, that sort of turquoisey blue matches her dress. This little bit of plum here. She's got a little faded sort of pinky plum in her dress and her lipstick. It just made me happy. Made me happy. So, oh, I should show you, every once in a while, you know, we always show our successes. I'm going to show you a flop that I tried playing with the other day. So I've been just eating up the videos that Junk Journal Joy has been putting out. She did a thing on making glassine from napkins, which I love. I'm loving my glassine. And then she did a video. I'll put a link to Junk Journal Joy down below. She's got this absolutely yummy Italian accent. I just love listening to her speak. Anyhow, she was making like photo slides, like photo type slide frames out of playing cards, so larger ones, and creating a frame out of the card. And I thought, I'd like to try that. Oh, and she was using some glassine napkins as the center part. And I thought, oh, I like that. So I thought I'd try my version of it. And I don't think I'm happy with it, because I decided I would play around. She does the whole card. And I thought, I want to do it off center so that I've still got some pretty part of the card. And then I wanted to play a little bit with sort of collaging. And then I put a little piece down here for junk journaling. And I don't know if you can see. I want to see if I've got a flashlight on my phone so that I can show you. Nope, no flashlight. Oh, wait, maybe, no, that's not going to work. It's so pretty when you hold it up to a window, the butterfly, but I'm going to have to play with this. And that's what mistakes are for, right? To figure out what it is you liked about it and what it is you didn't like about it. So there's my confession to a flop. But I'm leaving it out so that it's sort of in the back of my mind and I can look at it while I'm working and decide what it is that I didn't like about that and what I would do differently next time. So in the back here, I've got this lovely lady in a money envelope, and you just take that out and put this little tuck spot there. I like how she turned out. What I did to attach that was, there's a shortened page here from Sears Roebuck catalog with a sewing machine, and I did it off center so that I could have most of the sewing machine showing. Well, then I had this tiny offside over here. So I fortified it a bit because this is really thin. It's like newsprint. So I fortified it a little bit and made that side into a tuck spot. And then this side is the envelope. So I'm happy with that as well. Now, oh, I'm all over the place here, catching up. My ballroom lady here. This was from an ad for a perfume. So it had a bottle, and so I put it onto some cardstock, and I backed it with the paper that is the end papers, and then I used a little of my gold gilding wax, and I put an eyelet in it. And so I don't know, I'm probably at the end, when this is all done, I don't know, I'll probably attach that somewhere. Just a cute little charm. So that will go in later on. I made a couple of journaling cards. These Edwardian ladies, I thought they were sort of nicely in the spirit of the era of this book, and I made them into journaling cards. What else did I do? Oh, I found I don't know if you can see through it. It was a graduation. This is from 1960. The date is on it, July 1960. And you can see graduates in their black robes. So I just put a little flower on it. Whoever the original owner was, it says grad on it. And I just figured, since the original owner of this book went to the University of Connecticut, and it actually said like her dorm building and that. So I thought, oh, maybe I'll tuck this into a little pocket somewhere back here, as if that's a picture from her graduation when she graduated from the University of Connecticut. And what an amazing thing in 1922 for a woman to be at university. My hat's off to the owner of this book. She was a trailblazer to be at university in the 20s. And how fortunate. She obviously had a mother, because her father was dead. She had a mother who was a working woman. She was a teacher, from what I could tell from the censuses when I found them in the censuses. The mother was a teacher at a school, and obviously she was quite a contemporary woman and raised a contemporary daughter. So now I've got to figure out what else I want to put in this book. I want to put these ladies in this book somewhere. I want to use this. Oh, let's cover up my glue. I'm really enjoying my little icing bottles, my little decorating bottles from the cake decorating section of my bulk store. Now I need to remember where I put the extra pages that I want to make journaling spots out of, and I'm not sure if they're here or if I've lost them in this mess that is my desk. Oh yes, I wanted to use the contents. I think I want to make a tag out of the contents. Oh, tags. I should show you the tags. I made tags out of those other ladies. I think I'm going to make a tuck spot out of her, so I didn't finish putting anything else on her. And she is going to be a tuck spot as well. But then I made journaling tags out of these three lovely ladies. I think they look really pretty. And there's journaling space on them. I'm not over aging. I've been using my antique linen. You can see there's just a hint of sort of a warm yellow. I've been using a lot of this time, the antique linen distress ink. It's very, very subtle. But I'm happy with how that turned out. So those ladies got done. Oh, let's put you back as well. Now I gotta find, I don't think this is you. As ever, I never have anything. Oh, here, I found it. I should plan ahead, but I didn't. I mostly just want to turn on the camera and say hello and let you know that my little dog is doing well, because many of you, thank you, have been asking about her, how she is. She's right over there. I'm looking at her right now. She's curled up in her favorite little bed, her little studio bed, and snuggled in and having her morning nap. I have to take her, she's got a vet appointment at 11:30 this morning. So I want to find a way to use this and this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. I want to find something to do with her signature here. I don't want to lose that. There was a second main page, and I'm thinking I may make a library pocket out of that. So we'll see. And then I thought there was more that I wanted, but I guess not. I ended up going right through this whole book, and wow, is it ever? It really was a very thorough, good sewing book. I actually learned a lot of things, and I've sewn most of my life. My mother taught me sewing quite young. And at the time I didn't like it, and now I'm very grateful to know how to sew. And it came in very handy many, many times in my life. Mostly it came in handy when I got so enormously pregnant that I needed to make new clothing at about 6 months along because nothing from the stores fit me. When you have 12-pound babies, yes, you outgrow maternity clothing. Now I also have some, I picked out some ads that I want to make maybe some journaling cards out of, from some old magazines, some 40s magazines. I rather liked her. I imagined that maybe she looked like Marie Bronson's mother, who was the school teacher and the smart woman who made sure her daughter in 1922 went to university. Maybe she became a professor or something. Now I've got an old dictionary page, and I believe I've got sewing. No. Or seamstress. Yeah, seamstress. I've got seamstress here. So I want to find a way to use that. I have a page here from a Sears Roebuck for fabrics. I want to figure out a way to use that, maybe a bit of collaging or something. And then I have a page out of that Universal Knowledge A to Z. Now, why did I have this one? I love when you have to look at something and figure out, why did I pull this? Sewing machine, that's what I wanted. This is the other half of that back page out of the book. And I may save this for another journal because I've already used part of it. And that's really, really beautiful. Both of those, this sewing table and then this whole setup here. So I may just put this away for another journal some other day. I loved these ladies, and I think I'm going to make at least just one journaling tag with one of these beautiful ladies. I'm not sure which side. There's beautiful ladies on both sides. Isn't that pretty? We'll see. How am I for time? Nope, I'm running out. Okay, well, it looks like this morning's visit was just a catch-up. Perhaps... Oh, no. Looks like I've got 13 minutes. Hold on. I got to stand up and look at my camera because I could get started. No, 28 minutes. Huh. So why does... Oh, my time. I stopped my timer by accident. My timer says 13 minutes, and I thought, oh, I've got time. No, I don't. When I was looking for a flashlight, I must have stopped my timer. All right, so you know what? I am going to have to just end this one here, but perhaps when I get back from taking little Miss Dorothy over for a little checkup, there we go, I'll turn the camera on again. So I hope everyone has a great day, and stay healthy and stay safe, and we'll talk soon. Bye.